Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, I'm going to be discussing a very underrated franchise, very beautiful, emotional franchise that I feel like more people should talk about, and that is of course More Than Blue. Um, this series was adapted in 4 different countries, and I'm very excited to talk about it. Actually, no, I think it was adapted in 3 different countries. There's a Korean version, there's a Taiwanese version, and there's a Filipino version. Um, Two of which are both in Taiwanese. There's the Taiwanese movie and there's the Taiwanese TV show, which we're going to be discussing in this video. And there's also the Filipino version and the Korean version. So I'm very excited to talk about it. It's one of my favorite pieces of media. I'm very passionate about this story. It's so beautiful and just so emotional, very heart wrenching, but it's very well told in the way each country um, interprets the story. I think each country did a pretty good job of interpreting it in their own way. And just a quick disclaimer, this is just going to be my personal opinion on each um, version of the franchise. If you have one that is your favorite that I might have ranked a little bit lower, this is not a personal attack to you. This is just my thoughts, my personal opinions, and would love to discuss it more in the comments. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. Actually, I should give an intro on like what More Than Blue, the story in and of itself, is about. Sorry about that. So More Than Blue is about two orphans. Um, they go by Kay and Cream, and they live with each other, and they have this strong bond that's deeper than a family, deeper than a friendship. It's a true love between these two. So Kay is diagnosed with leukemia, and he doesn't have many years to live. He's going to die very soon. So he tries to um, he tries to allow Cream to marry somebody so that she doesn't feel alone once he's gone. But he doesn't tell Cream that he's dying, just so she can bear the heartbreak, because Cream lost her parents. Um, so so yeah, so Cream goes after a dentist, um, very successful dentist, just to make Kay happy. Of course, like during the middle of the story, she's not in love with him. She's just doing it, because she thinks that maybe those feelings will go away and she'll put that thought out of her mind. But of course, her love for Kay is so deep. And yeah, that's basically how the story unfolds. There's 4 adaptations have interpreted the story very differently, and I think each of them did a pretty good job. And yeah, I'm very excited to talk about each one. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get started on the adaptations. First up, we're going to be talking about is the Korean version, 2009. In this version, Cream her name is Unwon, and K is just K. Nothing like that. Kay, that's his real name. I really enjoyed this one. This is the first version of the franchise. I did some research, and I don't think that More Than Blue is based off of like a manga or like a storybook or anything like that. I think the original story is just based off of the Korean one. Um, there, there are a couple of things that I enjoyed about this movie. The first off, the cinematography. I think out of all of the versions of the More Than Blue franchise, this has the best cinematography hands down. I think every shot is just so well done. Um, it's just so incredible. Korean films are just really good at cinematography, and as well as their acting and just everything. They really, it's a solid industry in my opinion. Acting as well, super on point. Um, all the characters give great performances. For me, the standout actor in this film was Cream's actress. I don't know her name, um, but she did a phenomenal job in this movie, especially when oh, disclaimer, I'm going to give spoilers ahead, so be warned. When she finds out that Kay is dying, and she has the her imagination, she's like chasing after her, that almost actually got to me. That almost like made me shed in tears. Like I almost cried. It was so incredible, and I was so moved. I think the romance that she has with the dentist, it was so forced. And like, what I loved about her portrayal of Cream was how nonchalant she was. Like, out of all the other portrayals of Cream, she's definitely the most nonchalant, doesn't give an F, like, energy. And I'm here for that. Um, and I really enjoyed her portrayal of this character. She did an awesome job. She was definitely one of the highlights of this film. Um, I love the OST at the end of the film. Whoever sings that OST can sing. Beautiful voice. What else? Um, there is there's some subplot with like, since Kay and Cream are, they both work in the music industry. So Cream is a songwriter and Kay is a record producer. So they have this character, this singer that who wants to sing their song. In this version, her name is Cat Girl. Cat Girl, she's a fun character. She's very cute. She's very sweet. I'm trying to look at my notes. Sorry. There is like some undertones of her like having a relationship with the manager, or at least like she's already in a relationship. I feel like they make it a little bit obvious, but I don't think the movie blatantly tells us that she's, dating her manager. So yeah, she's very cute. I think there's a few things that I didn't love this movie, but it's probably my third favorite out of all the ones. But there's a few things. The first one, I didn't necessarily love the relationship between Kay and Cream, like the portrayal of their relationship. I thought it was good, but it wasn't like, it didn't stand out to me. I couldn't connect that much with their love story, in my opinion. I do think their acting was really well done, but I did remember seeing someone point out where when they were walking down the aisle, and then just before Cream was about to marry the dentist, like she holds on to Kay's hand one more time, and then she gives her hand to the dentist. And I thought that was really good. I didn't see that in other versions, so I think that was a nice detail that they added into the film. But yeah, I didn't necessarily connect so much with their love story. I think because, like, for me personally, it didn't seem like they have two different personalities, which is the point. But I feel like since Cream is a little bit more stubborn and Kay is a little bit more like quiet and stuff like that, it doesn't seem like their chemistry, in my opinion, in the Korean version meshed so well. But that's just my opinion. But that doesn't take away from like how talented these actors are. They did a great job. We also have the photographer character, who's another main character in this movie. Her name is Jenna, I believe. Yeah, Jenna. There's one thing that I didn't like about Jenna. I never, I don't know why she did this, but there's a scene where Jenna kisses Kay, and I think that's so messed up to me, in my opinion. If someone who has seen the Korean version, please put in the comments why she did that. Because to me, it just feels really disgusting. Like she's like taking advantage of somebody who's going to die. And it just feels really like it's just gross. It's just inappropriate. I just thought that was so disgusting, that what she did, in my opinion, without even consent. Um, and yeah, maybe someone can say like she was like grieving over the breakup with the dentist, because like her and in the story, like the dentist and the photographer, they were in a relationship. Um, so maybe she did that because to like cope with the breakup, but even so, you shouldn't do that to people like non without consent. Um, it's just gross, and even with consent, it was so weird. Like I didn't like that part of the film. Um, and yeah, what other things did I put here? Oh, I said Cream and Kay's backstory felt kind of rushed in the beginning, which like looking back now, it kind of makes sense because like in it like since it's a movie, you don't have a lot of time to like um branch out into like Kay and Cream's like relationships. They have to like put in a few clips of them like spending time with each other and everything like that. So it makes sense why they had to do like montages, and I've noticed that in the other movies, except for the TV show, which I'll get into later. Um, but yeah, so it makes sense. I'll scrap that. But overall, it was a great movie. I rated this movie in 8.5 out of 10 stars. I highly recommend. I think it's a solid film. Um, Pretty sad at the end, especially the ending. Very pretty sad, but solid film. Solid film. Give it a watch. All right. Next, we're going to be talking about. I'm going in order, like when each movie was released. So next up, we're gonna talk about the Taiwanese movie 2018, the movie version, not the TV show. Um, yeah, it came out 2018, and this version was all right. This is probably, in my opinion, the weakest one out of the franchise, in my opinion. Um, I didn't have much to say about the Taiwanese movie. I thought it was okay. You know what I mean? Um, Kay and Kree's relationship in this one is it's nice, but it's for me it's kind of forgettable. I felt like this movie as well was a bit forgettable. Um, I think the acting was really good. The cinematography was really nice. Um, but there was, I think, a change in the movie. Yeah, I like the. I really like that we saw a change with Kay and Cream by their hairstyles, which we didn't see in the Korean version. Um, I really liked like each time, like because they met in high school, and we saw them like grow as adults during the montage, and like their hair changed throughout that time, which I thought was really nice. Yeah, and then the singer who was supposed to sing their song in the flashbacks, her name is Bonnie. She's very cute as well. Bit of a diva. She has more of a diva energy, but she's a very fun character. Um, very cute, and stuff like that. And yeah, of course the names are changed as well because it's made in Taiwan. Um, I said beautiful ending, and it does. And the thing is, like, I'm gonna like spoiler for the TV show. The the ending to the movie is like pretty similar to the ending to the TV show, Taiwanese show. um, because like they definitely, I can tell like More Than Blue, the series took a lot of inspiration from the movie adaptation. So I think they were going with that, but I think they put their own spin to the um, to the show, which I think was really cool. Um, and yeah, but overall, Taiwanese movie, pretty good. I don't remember I gave this a rating. I think I'm just gonna go with I'm gonna give this movie a 7 out of 10. It wasn't bad or anything. I liked it. I didn't love it. I'd rate it. I'm gonna give it a 7. But yeah, I if you're interested, I would say why not go ahead and yeah. Also like Kay and Creed's relationship in this one was cute, but again a bit forgettable. Um, but yeah, next up is I'm so excited to talk about this one. This is More Than Blue Filipino version 2021. Um, I cannot believe how much I love this movie. I cannot believe how much. I never expected it. This is the most underrated one out of the four. It is so good, so beautiful. The actors ate in this film. It was just so well done, so well shot. I got super emotional, especially at the end. Like I can't stop thinking about the ending. It's just insane. They did an incredible job. Um, okay, yeah. So of course, in this version, they're all Filipino. I think Kay and Cree's relationship in this version is so beautiful. Um, in like the build up, especially like the build up to their kiss scene, like which is at the start of the film. I think it was really well done because like I forgot to point out in like the Taiwanese movie, I feel like their kiss felt really forced. It's like they were trying to like make out, but it felt really forced to me and like. But I love the slow build up to the kiss scene in the Filipino version. It felt really beautiful and sweet. It just like you can tell like they love each other for sure. Like there's a deep love, and I believe that if an actor can make me believe in what they're portraying, that shows how good a movie is. You know, in my opinion, um, especially when they're doing romance. So yeah, in this version, um, they have English names. So Kay is named Charles Keith, and Cream is named Sue Ann. And they have in this version they also have a dog named Charles, which they didn't have in the other versions. There's a little bit more backstory on Kay and Cream's like their parents. Yeah. And what else did I write? No sex, but there is nudity on Keith's part, only seeing his butt cheek. Like only in like the shower. So we see him shirtless and you know him taking a shower, but there's no sex scenes or anything like that. Um yeah. Can we talk about the ending, please? Oh my god. The ending to this film is so beautiful. I can't believe how much this movie made me so emotional. And also, I highly recommend the soundtrack. I'm going to link it in the description. You guys need to listen to this soundtrack. There's only 4 songs in this film, but they're absolutely so goated. They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm going to link it in the description so you guys can give it a listen. It's I'm so gushy about this version, this movie. Um, they really did a good job with this movie, in my opinion. It's definitely, in my opinion, the best one. I think I even like it more than the TV show, even though, in terms of like characters, I think they did a better job of like fleshing out the characters, mostly because of it's a TV show. But like the Filipino movie is just, it's so well done. Of course, there's the lead singer. Her name is Bonnie. I like this version. She's a very fun character on screen. very diva energy. Cream, like there's actually a scene where her and Cream actually like get into it, like fight actually like that. I think in the movie as well they also start fighting, but it's mostly, you know, Cream just hitting her. And of course in the Korean version, she just tells her like, "Can you shut up?" basically. Um, but yeah, please find this movie somewhere online. I highly recommend this movie. You guys have to watch it. You guys have to watch it. It's so underrated. It is so well done. It's just both the actors, our lead actors did an incredible job, especially our female lead. She ate with those crying scenes and everything. It's just, oh my goodness. And even the ending, like even the ending, man, it got to me. Like, God, man, I'm just fangirling over this version. It's the best. But yeah, I gave this movie a 9 out of 10. I might bump it up to a 9.5. Like, I'm actually not kidding. I think I might bump it up to a 9.5 because it's so good. So good. So beautiful and emotional. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Filipino version. I feel like it wasn't like a proper review, and it was just like me gushing over it, but it's so good. All right, last version I'm gonna be talking about is More Than Blue, the series. This one came out in 2021, so not too long ago. This version is it takes like, you know, it takes inspiration from the Taiwanese movie, but it makes it its own thing. So in this version, there's new characters, you know, not just the dentist and the photographer. There's another storyline in this version with a single mom and her 10-year-old son who has heart failure, and you know, her boss as well. You know, they're trying to like uncover like the mystery about Keith's death. I mean, Kay's death. Sorry, I keep thinking about the Filipino version. So good, by the way. Watch it. But yeah, the Kay's death, and like the disappearance on Cream. There's a lot of things that I really enjoy about this version. Number one, they fleshed out Kay and Cream's relationship really well in this version, because in the first episode, Cream doesn't like Kay at all. She's bullying him, like she's hitting him, she's punching him, like she resents this dude, and he doesn't know why. Like, why do you hate me so much? Like, what's your deal? And then later on, we find out that her parents and sister died, and with Kay's dad driving in the car, so they hit each other, and that causes, you know, like, you know, resentment towards Kay, you know. But of course, it's just a misunderstanding. He wasn't the one driving, so but yeah. But yeah, I love how innocent this relationship is in this version. I love there's a sort of innocence, and because they met in high school, right? Yeah, there's a sort of like sweetness with this relationship. Cream is still like, you know, feisty and all that, but she has a sweet spot, and I feel like their chemistry is just really beautiful to watch on screen, and yeah. Originally, when I first watched this, fun fact, I actually watched this TV show 2 years ago before I found out there were other versions. And originally, I thought I didn't really like Kay because I didn't like how defeated he always felt like. But then I rewatched it and I was like, that's not fair because this boy is literally going to die. So of course he's gonna feel defeated. You know, he can die at any minute now. So of course he's gonna feel weak and defeated and everything. Not to mention his best friend is marrying someone else, you know, that he set up. In this version, like, he sets up the dentist with Cream, but in other versions, it's Cream's the one who's um, going after the dentist, just so he she could tell Kay that she's with someone. Um, so yeah, it's gotta sting. Like, I don't blame Kay for feeling that way. That's gotta hurt. We're gonna die. Your best friend, who you've been in love with for many years, is marrying someone else, and yeah, of course it's gonna sting. Another thing I really liked about this version is I think they made the photographer character a very likable in this version. Because originally I thought she was going to be like a really snooty character that you know. I mean, I don't get her for being mad. She did like invade. Kay did invade her personal business, which isn't good. But even so, like, she's kind of she's very snooty, but in this version, she has layers, in my opinion. She's very complex. She gets very emotional and stuff like that. I think in this version, like, I think she cheats on the dentist because the dentist has a family that's not very accepting of um, his dating life, and let alone, like, she thinks that his girlfriend is like a prostitute or something like that. So they're very judgmental, and when she hears that, she doesn't know what to do, so she cheats. um and of course that's gonna sting, but you can tell, like, in my opinion, this version does a good job at, like, you can tell that the photographer and the dentist character, they love each other for sure. There's a deep love they have for each other, and they really show that in some scenes. There's an episode of them, like, how they met, how they started dating, everything like that. And it's very sweet. um, and it and yeah, like, there's a deep love that they have for each other, and I think it's really, really cool. What else did I write here? I also really like how in the other versions of the movies, in other movie versions, Cream dies, right? But however, in this version, Cream doesn't die right away. I think she tries to unalive herself, but she survives. And she's able to go and tell the dentist, apologize to him for lying to him and everything like that, which I think was really mature. I think that was really mature, and really, really satisfying to watch. Because in the other versions, I think her losing Kay was hurt so deeply that I think she might have died of a broken heart. Um, but yeah, but in this one, she gets a second chance at life, at least for the moment, and then she gets to apologize to her ex-husband and everybody, and yeah, it was very satisfying in my opinion. Yeah, there's a very unique thing that they took for this TV show. I like how Kay's story is told through his diary, which in other versions, they're told through Kay's friend, and in his version of, like, how the two met and everything like that. But I like that in this TV show, he wrote it in a diary, and about his thoughts, so we got to see it from his perspective through his writing. And yeah, there's yeah, the new characters, they're really amazing characters. I love the mom character. I think her name is oh my god, I forget her name. I love the mom character. I think she's very sweet. I think she's an awesome character. She she's not perfect at all, but she really tries, especially for herself and for her son. Let's talk about the son, the Kaylee, sweetest little boy ever. He's so cute. He's adorable. He's like this very smart, very cute little 10-year-old boy who, I'm really sad that he passed in the TV show. I actually got really emotional when he passed away. He was definitely a blessing for the mom and for everybody, and he's just, I wish he lived longer. And then there's Pohan, which is the boss, and he has an ex-girlfriend, Lena, who's like struggles with alcohol and like going down a downward spiral. But there's a part in the TV show that I liked, that the two kind of made up, not got back together, but like they made up and they became friends. And she actually gets into screenwriting, working behind the scenes instead of on camera, because like she's realizing that it's probably not good for her health if she's like on the camera, which I think was really mature. Like I really liked that part. And yeah, man, I think there's more I wanted to say, but I think those are my overall thoughts. I think the pacing for the TV show was really well done. It never felt rushed. I never felt like the show was slowing down at any point. I think it's really well done. I gave this show like a 10 out of 10. Like the first time I watched it, I think it was like probably one of the best shows I've ever watched in my entire life. And yeah, I think I might pretty much do the thing, or I might like, I usually don't give 10 out of 10 to any type of movie or show. There's usually something I would like tweak about it. So I'm not gonna give it a full 10 out of 10. Instead, I'm gonna give this show a 9.75 out of 10. Go watch the show. It's insane. I think it's on Netflix. Wherever you watch your shows, I'm sure it's somewhere on the internet. Go watch the show. 10 episodes. Insane. Incredible moving series. Incredible. And yeah, there we all have it. Those are my thoughts on all 4 of these movies. I'm really passionate about these ones. I've been putting it off for almost a month, and I wanted to talk about it, but I thought to myself, like, what's taking so long? Just watch the movies. So here you go. Hope you guys enjoyed. And if you have more thoughts, put it in the comments. If I missed anything, I'll probably put it in the comments section. And yeah, highly recommend you guys go check out these movies and the TV show as well. And yeah. So my least favorite would be the Taiwanese movie, and my favorite would probably have to be I'm just going to say the Filipino version, because I can't stop thinking about that one. But my second favorite is definitely the TV show. And my third favorite is the Korean one. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in another video and another review. All right. Love you. Bye.